Now is the time to rub off the masking fluid. Press hard. It really does need to be very dry because otherwise it will drag the paper and tear it. So all is now revealed. With my number 4 brush, I'm going to wash in a bit of brighter colour, orangey yellow, just on the edge here. The top of the window, over the shutters on both sides, so it's got a glow. Acrylics are beautiful for doing a glow, as the bottom layer, of course, because it's dry, won't stir up at all. Glow all the way down into the water. Now, if you don't want it quite so bright, I'm putting some yellow ochre, so it's just softening, but not quite as bright as in the other areas. I'm going to leave this nice and light because that's actually catching the sun. And these blue, because they are in the shadows. This is cobalt blue with a tiny touch of violet, and those shapes fall right back into the shadows. Taking this with it as well, and I'm going to put a bit of blue in on the back here. A little bit of blue in there. A little bit there. Perhaps not quite so much as there. And dab a bit of that out because I want it to be a bit more sunny just there. Blue across this edge and blue down here. And taking this violety blue, I'm going to put even darker at the back. So this will take this edge further back here and bring this further forward. There. And some shadows under here. Some shadows down here. This is what brings the whole picture alive when you start putting these shadows in. That can be darker. And of course the beauty of acrylic is that if you don't like what you've done, you can just rub it straight off. Bits of yellow. And this is where you can do it quite thickly if you want to. Blobs of colour, nice and thick. I'm going to put just a little bit of detail into here. Don't want to lose that too much. And I'm going to put a bit more shadow over there, lifting it slightly because I put it in a bit too dense. That's better. Out there. Sometimes if it sticks, you can put a bit of water on there and lift it. Nearly, that's better. A bit dark in there. A bit dark inside there. A bit of dark in there. Still a bit darker in there. And I wanted to put just a bit of palette knife work in over here. And some bricks. So that just breaks up the surface. Makes it a bit more interesting. bright orange and white. You could work for hours like this, go on and on, adding more and more texture. I just love texture with a palette knife. It's great fun. Bring a bit more light in there. And some light across here. There we go. So it's lovely and thick and buttery. Scratch it through this and pull it down. Perhaps a little bit lighter just the other side. A bit more texture on there. A little bit of texture down here. Going to put just a bit more details into here. So the railings have got a bit of light and shade on them. That crosses there. It's got a bit more shadow on there. This has got just some light bits. Flick of light in there. Put that in there. There's also some reflected light just dragged over here as well. Even a dark shadow has some light places and objects within it. You don't like it doesn't have to be dense and dark all over. Just these areas that are quite important. There we are. Just drag that over the top. And there's a lightish area in underneath there that can be dragged down, catching the light. Bit of light there. And a nice light area on the top. There we go. There. Put this last bit of detail in. Put this bit of light there. Perhaps a bit of detail there. A window at the back. Details there, perhaps another bit there. Taking a bit of light yellow, that's white and the yellow, I'm just sharpening up this edge here and dragging a bit more light into that shadow. There we go. So the light is just reflected perhaps off the bridge. Around here a bit more and just sharpening that edge up. Getting some tiny little bit of yellow down here. I'm just doing the last touches of orange with the white and just sharpening up the edges of this bit of the building here. There we go. Down we go. Just drag this bit across there. Trying to keep this quite straight looking and just drag a little bit more of that into the shadowed area. A little bit over the bridge, down here. There. Straighten that up a bit more. Last tiny little detail with this and the edge. There. And this is with the small number 4 brush. Right, I think that's finished. Venice is fabulous, isn't it? The canal scenes are quite mouth-watering, and I hope you enjoy painting this scene as much as I have.
Now available to buy. Try these techniques at home whenever you wish. The DVD of today's workshop and the book that accompanies this series are now available to order from the Painting and Drawing channel. For further information and to order your copy, go to www.paintingdrawingchannel.com.